name is Corey Provost, and I am a graduate student at Brooklyn College. I am studying urban policy and administration, and I've also received a Bachelor's of Arts in Philosophy from Brooklyn College. I am the chairperson of the University Student Senate, the chief student government organization that oversees the City University of New York. I didn't want to sit here and inundate you with a lot of the statistics, facts, and figures that the previous speakers touched on, primarily because I think what was lost in those testimonies was the voice of the students. So I wanted to really highlight the experience of the students, particularly two students from the City University of New York. Kwame Amin and Christina Gonzalez are two students who were both high school dropouts. Now, both of them have reached a point in their lives where they decided to go a different path, get back into the ranks and continue their education. So they both decided to get a GED. After doing so, both of them, after seeing advertisement for BMCC, the famous advertisement that I think goes around all of New York City, start here and you could go anywhere. They enrolled in BMCC, and first, Mr. Amin, last November, was a first place winner in the Chemical Sciences Award, and his achievements were broadcast through the BBC around the globe. Now, he went from a high school dropout to a world-renowned scientist in a very short period of time. I think students like Mr. Amin really do epitomize the legacy that is CUNY. Ms. Rodriguez, Ms. Gonzalez, after her 20th birthday, she completed her GED and went on to enroll into BMCC. She maintained a 3.85 GPA and was awarded a full-time scholarship from BMCC that allowed her to finance her education. She went on to transfer to John Jay, which she's also doing amazing things. Both of these students went through a lot of hardship, and the governor's proposal that talks about reducing so much aid to students that want to get involved and come back to continue their education, I think is a real disservice to the students like Mr. Amin and Ms. Gonzalez. And I sit before you today, I think we all do, in asking you to reject the governor's proposal as it pertains to higher education. The students of CUNY and SUNY, I think, are paying very close attention to these deliberations and are being very mindful of what is going on as far as the finances go towards their higher education. I think that what is imperative is that while we understand the fiscal realities that we are faced with, that this budget should still reflect the priorities and the values of the students of New York. And I don't believe this budget does that. So we are asking you to don't allow this budget to hinder students from starting here and going anywhere.
But since several of you are finance majors, I just have one question. You've sat here all day, so you heard everybody testifying. And one of the discussions or one of the proposals being made to the legislature is allowing SUNY and CUNY to have differential tuition for the type of program. And I guess particularly for those of you who are doing financial analysis for your careers, how do you think that would affect students trying to get through the SUNY or CUNY system if it was more money for an accounting degree than an early childhood degree, or less money for French major versus computer skills?
I think that the differential tuition will ultimately just force students to go into a field that they can afford rather than what they want to do. I think Ms. Bowen from the PSC said it best. You have the students that wanting to be engineers who wouldn't be able to afford to be an engineer because of the higher tuition they would have to pay versus a student that would have, say, wanted to go into English. I think that is not what CUNY is about or where it was started. I just can't see how it would be a good thing for the university.